For those that are interested in the fine arts, this is the, you really want to listen to our next two guests who are going to be telling us about the upcoming Thousand Islands Fine Arts Show and Sale. And these two ladies happen to be past presidents of this particular Fine Arts Association.
Yes,
ladies, thank you. I'm talking with Alison Whitlock as well as Sheila Goertzen. So, ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Hey, it's our pleasure. When is the show and sale?
The show at the Arts Center.
Yes.
We'll be setting up the 28th next week, and officially it starts the 1st of March.
The 1st of March,
the first
okay.
opening day of March, yes.
And you just mentioned that it's going to be at the Arts Center?
Yeah, in the lobby.
Okay.
For years, they had a gallery in the lobby.
Yes.
And it was quite popular. It was a lottery system. And we were due to be in the lobby in the gallery the March when COVID hit.
Oh.
And we hung, our show was hung, and within a week it was closed down.
Yeah.
So, and the Arts Center has been reluctant to have a gallery showing in there because they didn't want people congregating, looking at the art, hanging around. They wanted people moving in and out.
Right.
But now they have decided that it's time. I guess we're safe, and they've invited the gallery space back in. So because we were kind of bumped out initially, they offered it up to us the first time around.
That was nice.
So this is the first time since COVID the gallery space will be open at the Arts Center.
So when, the public, my understanding is that for the Arts Center, you can't just go in any time of day and look at the anything that's in there in the gallery. So when do people have the opportunity to?
It's open during show hours, whatever they have going on. So basically, if the Arts Center is open for a show or a movie or whatever, the gallery space will be open.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have to go to the show, I don't think, to go in.
No.
It's just the
they
doors
can go in
will
the
be
lobby.
open. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many of your members going to be participating in this show and sale?
13.
13. Now, how many pieces are they allowed to hang? Like, I know 13, but I mean, can they hang 2 each, or 1 each, or 3 each, or whatever?
We're limited because of the space, and also we want to create a nice visual space because it's obviously many different artists have many different styles, so you don't want to cram everything together. So we each are allowed 1 piece. And there's a certain size parameter that we're sticking to. So we have to have a maximum of 30 inches. Some people are showing smaller ones, some bigger, which will make an interesting show.
What type of medium are we talking here? There's different types of medium. I know you're oil.
Well, I'm oil and acrylic.
Yes.
Alison is very special.
Encaustic, right?
Encaustic.
Yes.
Encaustic, We have watercolor artists.
Yes.
Mike does watercolor. Everything.
Everything.
Yeah. We have a mixed media. Solange kind of does mixed media, doesn't she?
Good.
So there's varied for everybody.
So Sheila, tell us about your painting that you've brought today. What did you bring for us to look at?
I brought a painting that I took the photo in the Prescott area along where the rocks are.
Yes.
And it's got a seagull flying, and and it's framed with a beautiful black frame that I had personally done at Merrickville at a place there that you can have your frames personally done.
Yes.
And it's one of my favorites actually. It's you can tell it's from this area.
You can, eh? Yeah. But you like landscape. You like to do landscapes.
I do landscapes pretty well.
And some animals too, if I remember correctly.
She's very good with that.
Yes.
I do a lot of commissions in animals just on the side, and especially dogs and horses.
Yes, yes. Good for you. So, Alison, what are you going to be showing?
I've been painting for about 10 years, painting and selling.
Yes.
And I started off in watercolor and acrylic, and I took a course at the Kingston School of Art, actually, in encaustic. Encaustic is actually one of the oldest forms of painting. It dates back to the Egyptian mummies.
Really?
The mummies often had encaustic painting on the faces and that. And it basically is painting with beeswax.
Okay.
And what you do is you melt the beeswax and to the beeswax, and I buy my beeswax blocks from a producer in Bath.
Yes.
And you add pine rosin, which is a hardener.
Okay.
And then you add your color with oil paint.
Oh.
And then basically you heat everything to 125 degrees to melting point, and then you paint with the molten beeswax.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. It attracted me because it's very textural. There's a lot of texture to it. You can get texture with painting with the heavy-bodied acrylics and stuff, but it doesn't have the same look.
Okay.
And then you manipulate after the fact, after you get the paint down, you manipulate it with a heat source. I use a heat gun, just basically an electric heat gun, but a lot of artists that do encaustic still use an actual flame. And that's
natural flame.
Yeah, a butane torch.
Okay.
And that's the way it would have been done, right? Years ago,
Yes,
there was
of
no
course.
electricity, right?
No.
But my husband doesn't like me using an open flame upstairs, so I use a heat gun. So and it's very versatile. You can have the texture if you want it, or else you can, if you don't want the texture, if you're doing a piece where you want it to be very, like smooth like this table,
Yes.
you can actually there's a special iron you can get, and you can actually iron it, and you can get the smooth surface. And then to carve it, you can use, we use tools that you would use with clay, like making with clay,
Yes,
and you can
yes.
carve into it, and it's very versatile that way, but it's a little involved.
It
to get
sounds
to.
intense to me. It does.
Well, I tried it too. And,
Did you?
But you have to have good ventilation.
Yes,
Yes.
that
Yeah.
is one thing. Yeah, you have to, because you're heating. It's not so much the beeswax, but you're dealing with oil paint.
Yeah.
And anytime you're dealing with oil paint, you should have ventilation, and
Exactly.
especially I'm actually heating the oil paint too. So
Mm-hmm.
I have fortunately I have a nice studio at home, and I have a window, and I just have a fan in the window. It takes
To take
everything
it
out for me. Yes,
So what you're going to be showing is
encaustic.
encaustic. Okay.
Yes.
But of what? Like, I mean, what?
The piece that I'm showing is called a triptych. So it's actually 3 separate pieces that form one picture when they're put together.
Oh, neat. I
And
like that.
it is it's a scene. A lot of my stuff is related to nature, flowers, kind of the things on my walks that inspire me. So it's an early winter scene of a creek and a hawk flying. So it's a nature scene. Yeah,
Sounds very
yes.
nice. And the third, there's another painting, the third one?
No, a triptych is 3 paintings that go together that form one.
Okay.
So when
All
you
right.
when you put them together, that forms but they're 3
They're
separate.
3 separate.
Yeah.
Okay, I
But
think
they're
I've got
sold
it.
as one.
They're sold as one.
Yes.
All right. So the people that will be going to the arts center for shows or whatever, and they're looking at some of the gallery paintings that are there, or the encaustic paintings, how do they say, or how do they contact you to say, I wanna purchase yours? Like, will the name be there?
Yeah, there's tags. There's going to be tags on every piece.
Oh, good. Okay.
There'll be tags identifying the name of the piece, the artist, obviously, the media, because some people are interested to know the medium.
Yes.
And obviously the price, and then the contact for the artist.
Perfect.
The art center has nothing to do with it. It's only facilitating through us. So most of us contact would be by email. And the pieces have to stay in the lobby, unfortunately, till the end of the show.
To the end of it, so
Yeah.
they just can't
Yeah,
say, "Okay,
so-
I'm going to purchase that. I'm going to come
Yeah.
and get it tomorrow."
Yeah, and then
It's not gonna happen.
you will deal with the individual artist as for delivery.
Yes, yes. No, that sounds great. There's something else that's going to be coming up in July, I believe it is. I think it's going to be your 2024 annual show. Mm-hmm. And where is it going to be?
It's going to be at the Rockport recreational center. We used to be there years ago.
Yes.
And we're back there, and it's going to be I think it's the second week of July.
19th, 20th, and 21st, so the
Yes.
third week.
And we're down on the river for years, and then we couldn't be there anymore, so we moved to Mauritown, but it was later in the fall, and we just didn't think we got the public, you know.
To the tourists.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we wanted to go where the tourists were, so.
And the Parkway is the
The
tour.
Parkway,
Yes,
Parkway's away,
definitely.
so we're really excited about this, moving back there.
Okay. So there will be unlimited pieces then.
Yes.
Can I say
Yeah.
that? Because
Yeah.
that will be your annual show.
We,
and
yeah.
Well, we're allowed 10, isn't it? 10?
It depends on the space, and no average about 10.
Yeah,
Yes.
We have 18 full members that show, our regular members.
Right.
So normally all of those people would be showing. Unfortunately, with the Brockville the Art Center show, that kind of came out kind of quick, so there was
Yes.
people away and stuff.
Yes.
But normally all 18 members will show, and each of us, average 8 to 10 pieces is kind of what we. Yeah, and we'll hopefully, if the weather is nice in July, we'll have pieces outside too. Like we'll have some
yes,
tents and stuff.
yes.
So we're hoping the weather will cooperate for
And
us.
there'll be probably an open house on Friday night.
Yeah,
right?
the Friday
Yeah.
night will be the
So
open
it'll
house.
be
Okay.
an open house, so it should be
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it for sure.
Well, hey, I mean, yeah, I would too, because I mean, you're seeing so many all at once.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's be
Yeah.
hard to choose. Ladies, thank you for coming in, sitting down with me, and
Thank you for having us.
oh, hey, it's our pleasure, and we'll talk to you again. Okay.
Thank you.